Hello students. Now we are starting some problems related with the topic of acid, base and salts, and that is in the NCERT in page number is 25. So we are starting some question that is related with the problems of acid, base and salt. Yes. Now start from first problem. Yes. Why do HCl, HNO3, etc. show acidic character in aqueous solution? Why do HCl, HNO3, H2SO4 etc. shows acidic character in aqueous solution, while solution of alcohol, glucose do not show acidic character. Now, in this problem, first we are seeing that first, what's the meaning of acidic character? Acidic character means substance which give H plus ions. Any substance which gives H plus ion is termed as acid, and the property of this giving the H plus is called that acidic character. Now, we are having, here is the acids, these are called mineral acids. Now, first we are having HCl. Now we are saying that an HCl dissolved in water. And what happened? No doubt it gives H plus ion and Cl negative ion, and due to this H plus ion, it's having acidic character. Similarly, when we are taking H2SO4 or HNO3, then it again gives H plus ion and it's having the acidic character. And in this case of HNO3, it again gives H plus ions. So we can say that all other compound will be acidic since these are gives H plus ion when dissolved in water. Now, what's the problem with alcohol and glucose? Now, if we are taking the solution of glucose, like the formula of glucose is C6H12O6. Now, when it is dissolved in water, then it does not liberate H plus ion. Not liberate H plus ion, so we can say it is not acidic. Similarly, if we are taking the alcohol, its formula is C2H5OH. It's the alcohol, when it dissolves in water, it does not give H plus ions, so these two are not acidic. Now, the next problem, why does dry HCl gas not change the color? Why does dry HCl gas not change the color of the dry litmus paper? Now, the answer of this question, why the dry HCl gas? First, we are taking the dry HCl gas. Now, this dry HCl gas, what's the name of this dry HCl gas? This is called hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride. Now, if we are taking the litmus paper, now litmus paper change the color due to giving the H plus by that compound. If we are taking any litmus paper and if any compound gives H plus ion with contact to this litmus paper, then no doubt it's changed the color. Now, if we are taking dry HCl gas, now this dry HCl gas does not give H plus ion. So this is not change the color of the litmus paper. Now, if we are taking, here is the dry HCl gas, but we are taking the litmus paper. But if this litmus paper is moist, now there will be a change in color. Now, if we are taking the blue litmus paper, this litmus paper is blue. We are taking this blue litmus paper, and this blue litmus paper will be moist. Means this litmus paper is dips in the water. So now HCl gas contact with this blue litmus paper which will be moist already. Now at this condition, this blue litmus paper turn to red litmus paper. When HCl contact to this litmus, this blue converted into red. How this will be happen? Now in that case, this HCl giving the H plus. Why? Since in that case, this HCl dry contact with this litmus paper which is already moist. So when HCl, when we are providing the aqueous environment or moist environment to this HCl, then it gives H plus sign. So in that case, the color of the litmus paper will be changed, that is blue to red. But in that case, both are dry. Since we are taking dry HCl gas, and in that case, litmus paper also dry. Na? So here is this HCl does not give H plus. That's why this is not change the color. Now in the next problem, while diluting an acid, why it is recommended that the acid solution, that the acid should be added to water and not water to the acid. Now we are discussing of answer of this question. Yes. First, what's the meaning of this diluting? Diluting means an addition of the water in the acid or base. Now, why diluting of an acid means we are wanted that water and acid means we are adding the amount of water in the acid. Now the problem is that what the sequence decided. Now if we are taking this container and this fill up by the water, suppose it's having 500 ml of water. Now another container, now this we are having 20 ml of acid. Now our aim is that in that container we are adding 500 ml of water for the dilution of this acid. Now in this container, since we are having already water, so we are adding 20 ml of acid. Now the question is that what the sequence is correct, this one or this one? Now in this sequence we are already having water, that's the amount is 500 ml. So in this sequence we have already taken a container that having 500 ml of water. Now in this container we are adding the acid drop by each. So we know that when acid reacts with water, then it liberates the amount of heat. So here is the heat is liberated, but the amount is very limited heat, since the amount of acid is very small. Now in the second case, if we are taking already 20 ml of acid, now we are taking the water. Now here is the large amount of heat is liberated. Now in that case, already the amount of acid is very. Now in that case, the amount of acid is very small. So no doubt the amount of heat liberated in the biggest form in this case. So in that case, there is a probability that the container will be break. Why it will be break? Since when here is the extra heat will be produced, then due to expansion, this container may be break. So this equation is not follow. So always follow of this sequence. Now according to question, why diluting an acid, why it is recommended that the acid should be added to water. This is according to this first sequence and not water to the acid. That is according to sequence second.